have a question, okay? So again, I'm on page 85 in the book, and we're going to look at 10 through 17. We're going to make sure we go through it. So this yesterday was a little different because we created something called a compound inequality, and that's basically two inequalities put into one. If you do not see the word or, it has to be an and. Is that okay? If you don't see the word or, it has to be an and. So, by that information I just told you, what do you think this problem is? And. Okay? So, this middle part is going to go with both. And please, please, please feel free to write this down on your sheets or make corrections if you had worked any of them. So, I have both equations written. All the signs stay the same. It's just the middle goes with both. So I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. So negative 1 is less than x. Subtract 4, subtract 4. So x is less than 10. Now it's a really good idea right now to go ahead and put that back together. When it's an and problem like this, you want to put it back together. The nice thing is when you put it back together, the x is already in the right location. Okay? Yeah.
Wouldn't it, if you're subtracting 4 from both sides, wouldn't it be x is
Oh.
less than 6?
Ooh, I like your thinking.
On the
What?
second.
Oh, here. Here?
Yeah.
That's 6? Sure is, boy. Subtract 4 from 10 and can't even do it. All right, so does it look right now? Sorry about that. All right, so something you might want to do with this one, when you put it back on the line, you might want to realize I can do this, but now I have it put back together. So here's part of our answer here. Then if we put this on a number line, I have a negative 1 here. I have a 6 to the right of it. So if I look at this, that's going to be an open dot on the 1 going this way. And if I do this one, I'm going to have a solid dot on the 6. And that's going to go this way. So friends, does it appear there's an overlap on our problems?
Yes.
Sure does. And it's an and problem. The and problem is the overlap. If this had been listed as an or problem, our answer would be negative, positive, infinity, but it's and because we don't see the word or anywhere. So we're going to write the interval notation based off this. So soft bracket at the negative 1, hard bracket at the 6, and we're done with the problem. So there's kind of a lot that comes on this problem. A lot of things that we could ask for an answer. We could ask for this. We could also ask for this. And we could definitely ask for this. So any of those 3 parts. If we ask for all 3 parts, that would be like a 5 or 6 point problem. Yeah.
So I got the same answer, but at the first I did minus 4, minus 4, minus 4 on 3, 10, and 4.
Uh-huh.
And I got negative 1 is less than x greater than or equal to 6.
Why'd you flip it?
Or I didn't flip it.
Oh, okay. So you had this, you got to this?
Yeah, I just didn't do the and thing like the split.
Oh, split it. Okay. That is an okay way in this class to do it. I will tell you that just for basic knowledge, future math classes, that might catch you off guard if you don't split it into the 2. It'll probably work out just fine in this, but some math class somewhere in the future might goof you up on that. Okay? So, yeah, the nice thing is if you do it that way, so you just didn't split this apart. Is that what you're saying? And you just went minus 4 on the left, minus 4 on the right. Life is good. Yeah, if you wind up with the same answer, I think you're totally fine. Just have that disclaimer that future math classes, it might affect how the problem's done.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
But thank you for asking about that. All right, let's take a look at number 11. Okay, that's problem number 11. So again, I want this to go with both problems, and I will continue to split it apart. But if you choose not to, as long as your answer is matching up with mine, I think we're going all right. All right. So on this problem, I'm going to divide by -5. I'm going to divide by -5. So I get -3 over here, and I get t. What happens to the sign and why?
Flips because it's a negative and a negative.
Yeah, I divided by a negative. Because I divided by a negative, this sign has to flip to this direction. Okay? And then on this one, same idea. Divide each side by -5. So I'm going to get t, and that's going to give me a +2. What should happen because of this and this? This sign should also flip over. Okay? All right, so let's put these back together. It's set up to be put back together as it sits. So that is the inequality. And again, this is an and problem because the word or is nowhere in sight. And if I put this on a number line, I might want to note that this can flip over, so maybe it becomes easier to see because now the arrow points the direction we want to shade. So if I have a -3 here, I have a +2 here. This is going to be an open dot shaded this way. And if I do this one, I have a solid dot at the 2. And again, the arrow now is pointing the direction to go. So I'm going to shade this way. Friends, I'm pretty sure we have some overlapping. Agree? And overlapping is what we want with the and problem. So that's their overlapped region. Anyone want to take a shot at the answer? Yeah. -3 and 2. Soft and hard. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Questions about that problem? Feel okay? All right. Problem number 12. Problem number 12. I have -4 is greater than or equal to 8 minus 4q is greater than or equal to -12. Again, by my way of doing it, you want to split that into two problems. This is an and problem because we don't see the word. It's an and problem because I don't see the word or. Okay? All right, so I get this. Comfortable so far? So then I would probably subtract 8 from both sides. That's going to give me a -12. Hey, does that flip the sign by doing that? No, I only subtracted, so subtraction doesn't flip the sign. But when I do this, the sign will flip. Why is the sign going to flip now? Divided by a negative. Very good. Okay, so there's the first problem. Second problem, subtract 8 from both sides. Those cancel. -12, -8. If I combine those together, I get to -20. Divide both sides by -4. Sign will flip because I'm divided by a negative. +5. Let's put these back together. Then let's flip this one over so I can see the direction of my graph. So I have a 3 here. I have a 5 here. I have a solid dot at the 3 going this direction. I have a solid dot at the 5 going this direction. It's an and problem because we didn't see the word or. So our shared region is that highlighted part. So 3 to 5, what kind of brackets?
Hard.
Both hard. I have a solid dot. I have the equal sign on both. So that's our answer. Questions for me so far? Feel okay? What kind of problem is number 13? Or. How do you know? The word is there. Duh. Right? I'm sorry, that's Stuart being sarcastic. So remember, with an or problem, overlap is fine. That's part of the answer. And then whatever ways the arrows are going, that's also part of the answer. So it doesn't have to have everything being true. So on this first one, I'll subtract 7 from both sides. So I get h is less than -2. And then on this one, I'll divide each side by -5, or excuse me, -9. Sign flips over because I divided by a negative. -45 over -9 is +5. Guys, when it's an or problem, do not put the inequality back together. Okay? So keep them both separate. Let's see, I have a -2 here. I have a 5 here. I have an open dot going this way. Where's this arrow pointing to? -infinity. Open, did I mess up? Oh. Where is this arrow pointing to?
No, yeah, positive.
Positive infinity. Okay, so now we're going to have two inequalities. So we have -infinity to -2, soft bracket on everything. Of course, the infinities always do. And the soft bracket on the -2 because it was an open circle, didn't have an equal sign. We want to write the word or, okay, that is part of the problem. And then you're going to have 5 to infinity. So that entire thing is the whole problem. Okay, if you forget to put the word or on an or problem, you miss 1 point for the problem. Okay, so just be cautious. Everybody good? So there's only two types of these. There's ands and there's ors. There's no other conjunction. Okay, may I move forward to the next screen? Good. Number 14. If -11 is greater than m plus 4, 2m is greater than or equal to -16. It's an or problem because the word or is there. So let's solve each. So I'm going to subtract 4. Those cancel. -11 subtract 4, I believe, is -15. So there's that problem. Then divide each side by 2. So we get to that. Okay? Again, don't put them back together because it's an or problem. All right, let's do a number line. So I have -15 down here. To the right of that, it's going to be -8. Of course, 0 would probably fall over here. I'm just putting that just so you have some representation. You don't have to put it. All right, I have an open dot going to the right. Okay. I have a solid dot going to the right. So if this was an and problem, the green region is what we're concerned about.
Yeah, because it's less than. Don't you have to put the
Oh man, I'm so glad I'm amongst smart people. Oh, I made my error. Oh boy. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Flip this over. I didn't follow my own rule. So that's going to go this way, right? Oh, thank you. Oh boy. Big time error. So that arrow is going to -infinity, right? And then this one is a solid dot going forever that way. So that's going to infinity. Oh, thank you so much for making that correction for me. So -infinity to -15, soft bracket on the 15. We want to write the word or, and then I'm going to go hard bracket at -8, going to infinity. So that's our answer. Thanks for that. Good correction. Oh, just by the way, I just pointed out to me, I accidentally made your homework worth 5 points yesterday. So some of you are like, wait a minute, I got a 4 out of 5. How'd that happen? I made a mistake, so it's not corrected in the grade book. I apologize for that. Yeah. You have to have both. You want them both. Okay. May I move on to number 15? Good. Number 15. 3w plus 2 is less than 5, or negative w plus 8 is less than or equal to 2. It's an or problem because the word or is there. So I'm going to subtract 2. Divide by 3. What's 3 over 3? 1. Did I do it right? Okay. Subtract 8, subtract 8. Those cancel. I don't want to have a negative sign, so I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 1. So what's going to happen? What's going to happen to my sign? Flips, because I multiply by negative. Good. So here's my two answers. So I want w is less than 1, or w is greater than or equal to 6. Put that on a number line. I have a 1 there. To the right of that is going to be a 6. So open dot out there. I want less than, so it's going to negative infinity. Solid out because we have the equal sign, so that's going to infinity. I want to list both. So negative 8 to 1, soft bracket, the word or. Hard bracket at the 6 to infinity. And there's our interval notation. I think I get this kind of until I make mistakes. And then I have your eyes that are like, dude, you're wrong. 16. 1 minus x is greater than 6, or 4 minus 2 x plus 6 is less than negative 12. Okay, I'm going to distribute 2 over the parentheses here. Subtract 2. Divide each side by negative 2. Sign flips over, yes? So there's one of them. All right. On this second one, there's an error that people will make. You want to distribute negative 2 over the parentheses. You do not want to go 4, subtract 2. That's order of operations is incorrect. Okay, so I'm going to get 4 minus 2x minus 12 is less than negative 12. These are like terms, so I want to combine those together. So that gives me negative 8. Add 8. Negative 2x is less than negative 4. Divide both sides by negative 2. Sign flips because I divided by a negative. Okay, you don't want to put them back together. So I could put these together, saying having the word or in between them. Let's see, I have a negative 2 here. I have a positive 2 here. I have an open dot at negative 2. It's going to negative infinity. I have an open dot at 2. That's going to positive infinity. So my answer is going to be negative infinity to negative 2, soft bracket, because it's a open circle. The word or, 2 to infinity, and it's good to go. Then we get to number 17. Number 17 is what kind of problem? And. The word or is not there, so it has to be and. Oops. Okay, let's split it apart. Agree? Subtract 8. It gives me negative 12 is less than 2p. Divide by 2. I get negative 6. The sign doesn't flip because the 2 was not negative. Okay, so this is our first part of our answer. Second part of our answer is this. Less than 10. Divide by 2. Let's cancel. So that's p is less than 5. I can go ahead and put these back together. So that's our inequality. Notice I put it back together. I wasn't putting it back together on the or, so you don't put them back together. You might want to flip this one over so you can see which direction it to go. I have a negative 6 and I have a 5. So this is going to have an open dot going to the right. This is going to be an open dot going to the left. That's our shared region. The shared region goes with ands. So my answer is going to be soft bracket negative 6 to soft bracket 5. Please do not confuse this as a point that you'd plot on a graph. That is interval notation. So my friends, do you have any questions for me? Feel comfy? All right. I'm going to give you the rest of the period. You can ask me about it too. Page 87 and 88. The nice thing about page 88 is there's nothing on it. I want you to get done. If you get it done right before you leave class, you do not have an assignment to go home with. So you're more than welcome to work on it. If anyone needs a picture, my book's open. You just need a picture of the one side because that is what it is. What's up? Is it right here?